5.
Can't see what I'm doing.
Oh.
Walk over to you. Five, I know, just like,
the agenda, just on item 1.
just want to make sure I have that. Okay. Yes, live, ready? I don't know what today is. We are here for our February Parks Commission meeting. It's February 17th, 6:19 PM. I need roll call, please. I don't have the full, we have a quorum, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ruth Gubenhager,
Aaron Bory.
Ruth Mitchell.
Mark Ingram.
Sam Dudley.
okay, thank you. Beth is gone, Rod's gone, Ken's not here. So I need can't speak. I have enough caffeine, I guess. A motion to approve the agenda, but we have a change in the agenda.
What is that?
Under new business, number 1, art piece, says omit. We need to take that off the agenda, and so include that in the,
It's getting put in the music park, so we don't need to vote on it.
Right.
'Cause it's not our
right.
property.
I have an issue that's not on here that I would like to bring up at that time, or I can do it in my comments, it doesn't matter.
Please make a motion to approve this and get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it had to be in your comments. I move to approve the agenda.
Okay. Second.
Mark, Ruth? No discussion, all in favor, say aye.
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 Chair votes 2, since there's 4 of us. Motion passes 4-0. Agenda's approved with the change. Okay, minutes, we have the minutes from the last meeting somewhere, thank you. A motion to approve the minutes from last meeting?
Move to approve the minutes from the January 20th, 2026 meeting.
It's Aaron.
I'll second.
Mark, any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes 4-0. Public comments is next, correct? No public? Chairperson's comments. I don't really have any tonight. One of the items on the, under new business, the art thing, we'll discuss when that time comes, but I would like to point out that we're grateful for the process that just happened with the arts, and I'm glad we're going to get a chance to discuss our policies, even though it doesn't really apply right now to what really happened, so we'll talk about it. Nothing else to say. Director, Sam?
Yeah, so since the last meeting, we had a little bit of a weather issue that kind of disrupted our operations, so it always kind of throws us off for a little bit, but definitely with March approaching, we feel like things are kind of ramping up again. We started some projects for the Basin Park second phase from the Banks Family Foundation. You guys may or may not have seen Brent out there power washing today, and he was leaf blowing yesterday and getting the plaza cleaned up. So it's going to look really nice for spring break. And I went out there for a little bit and spray painted some of the hand railings where paint had chipped off, or from the Christmas decorations. So just trying to make sure everything's looking good. It's not really in my nature to not go all the time. So the fact that we're kind of just having to save up for the bathhouse is kind of losing my mind a little bit. So I'm looking forward to spring break. At Lake Leatherwood, we have gotten a few things done that we've been meaning to do. We got all new mattresses for all the cabins, memory foam mattresses. They're super nice, very comfortable. Not that I took a nap or anything, but you got to try them out. I mean, you got to test them, So they are very nice, more comfortable than the thing I sleep on at home. We redid the interior paint on cabin 5 just to spruce it up a little bit. We got 2 Culligan water, I don't know what you call them, but like where they come and give you water once a week. a water service, I guess.
Oh, nice.
So we got those tanks at the visitor center and the bait shop because people always come in and ask where to get water, and we don't really have a place to point them to except for spigots. So we figured that'd be a nice way to accommodate that. We did a bunch of tree pruning and removed some cedars that were kind of blocking views and stuff like that, and getting it ready for the spring, make it easier to mow so you're not getting slapped in the face with branches. And then we redid the seats on the concrete benches. Just went and got some new lumber and installed those. Those look a lot nicer. And did a bunch of merchandise, shirts and other kind of thing, just inventorying those, make sure we're good to go. So Texas spring break will be here before we know it, and we'll be busy again. Is that me doing that? Or? Oh, okay. That's what I say every morning. The Harmon office, they're going to start the repairs there this week. So I know it's been kind of an eyesore for a while, but it is finally getting repaired, and we did get the insurance money, so it's not costing us anything to get fixed, which is great. Sharon's been busy going, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like at Crescent Spring, I love that woman. She just comes up
Yeah,
with
she-
some cool stuff. Like
She's awesome.
she actually was leaving Weatherwood one day. I'll just tell the story because it's kind of endearing. But and she apparently had her eye on this rock for a long time. And it's just a rock that's like kind of in the drainage ditch on the side of the road that had broken off a bluff. And she stopped and flagged it and sent me a photo and said, "Can you move this rock and bring it to town?" And I was like, "I'll try if it's not too heavy." So got it there. It was very heavy, but I did some weird finagling and got it in the back of the truck, brought it back, and then she had me put it in Crescent. She dug out a hole, and it's just like this long, straight rock, but I put it in there. It looks like it's been there forever.
All right.
And you're like, "Oh wow, that's so cool." But she just thinks of stuff like that, and I would not. So I appreciate that. And then I'll be going to the GovCon, the Governor's Conference in Little Rock next week for just one day. I was going to do the 2-day thing, but I was like, that means I'd be going down Sunday, staying Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night. And I couldn't do that to Katie. I couldn't leave her with 2 kids for that long. So I'm just going to do the Tuesday meeting thing. So I'll go down there Monday afternoon, probably around lunchtime, stay the night, do the GovCon, probably stay Tuesday night, and then come back Wednesday. So I'm a little nervous about it. It's my first time doing something like that.
What, you're just going to do a presentation?
No, just going. But
It'll be fine.
Trust me, you'll get over it.
that's it.
That's it. Okay. Committee reports. Really all we have is finance. Anything exciting? We just... Nope. Okay. Old business. Oh, amendments to the 2026 budget?
Yeah, it's just a few little things. One was other departments, throughout this time are approving their budgets. And so when CAPC got their budget approved, I already knew they were going to give us $10,000 for Jamborica, but they also included an additional $7,000 on top of that, just for basically whatever. So I added that to the budget. Another $7,000 under intergovernmental funding, or is that right? Interdepartmental funding under restricted income.
Yeah.
CAPC intergovernmental funding.
Yeah. And then I went ahead and adjusted the infrastructure maintenance and repair over 5,000 back down to 32 because we actually worked out with Steven to just pay 12 instead of the 14. So we got that done. And then there was some confusion over my pay rate that Jerry called us out on, Jerry from HR. he emailed Mark and I, and he's like, hey, I just was doing Sam's pay adjustment, and I'm seeing the exact same rate as last year. Did you mean to do that? Because obviously we wouldn't need to turn it. So anyway, I got confused. I thought I had given myself the raise, but I didn't. So we had to redo it. But I wanted to make sure that was on the budget. That
Maybe the only person on this earth that would ever do that. But
Exactly.
But it was voted for during the last meeting anyhow, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah,
it
okay.
was just
Just fixing
put in
that.
wrong. So
Gotcha.
I just want to make sure it's
Correct, as long as Jerry knows. I can-
in there. Yeah. And Jerry's aware of it. And
For this,
oops.
there's really nothing for us to vote on. It's just to show us the adjusted budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's decreases and extra money coming in, so.
So will you have that on Dropbox? So
Yeah.
if we ever want, okay.
okay. Yeah, because nothing needs to be voted on, okay.
So yeah, I guess we don't technically have to vote on.
No, we already really voted on
Okay.
everything that's there.
Any questions for Sam about the? Nope, me neither. Okay. New business. Because of the recent donation questions from Roxanne about, they did Basin Park, she had some donation questions about a statue, et cetera, it led me, and by the way, we do appreciate her so much. I hope she still knows that. It led me to look at our policies and procedures about receiving gifts, getting art in the parks. We've done it before. We've had people give us art, ask to give us art. I don't really want to have it's just a discussion today. Bring up the idea. Think about it, read about it, be ready to have either a workshop on it or talk about it. Because we need to have a real policy in place for that, as opposed to winging it every time it happens. It isn't real often. And there's lots of examples we can use to help us write it. We can look online, we can look on, like the museum has a session and desession policy. You just need a policy for how you accept things, who helps you approve it, who decides who approves it, how you get rid of things, all that. So,
Yeah, absolutely, because there's nothing just, my personal opinion is the commission should have to approve any installation of anything on any of our properties,
Absolutely.
right? And we have to for trails or anything like that, so I don't know why art would be any different. But through this last experience, we kind of learned that maybe there's not a policy that says we have to approve before they can put something in one of our parks or anything. So I think it's really important to have
I
that.
think so too. There was precedent set from having done it that way before and making the commission vote on things. But when looking in, there's not an actual policy in the,
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I looked through
me too.
the, even our bylaws today, and I didn't see anything about it.
okay, so we could think about that for a workshop one of these days, unless we have something more important. And that's it, unless somebody else wants to talk about that a little bit more. We'll just save that for a workshop.
We really just came here for a director's report, basically.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and to sign the minutes. Okay.
That's cool.
It's all good. Quick, easy.
I feel like I need a pina colada and the pool boy to come, though. I've got the sun shining on me over here. It's like, my sunglasses on.
It's pretty bright right there.
Yes.
It is. Okay. I guess that's it then. We'll go on to commissioner comments. Start with you, Aaron.
Nothing from me?
I have something. Black Bass Lake Road. I'm sure it's the responsibility of the city to maintain it. It's a nightmare. Today it was awful, and typically it's awful. And there's residents down there. And I wondered if there's any avenue or way we can get the city to pave it. And I think in the long run, it would it would be cheaper to do that because they're constantly having to, and I'm sure you have some thoughts on this, Sam, but there's rocks, and it's got a lot more traffic than it used to have. There's a lot more people down there, and I just have to crawl going down there and coming back up because I'm just so worried about those big rocks that jut up. And I don't know, I'd like to bring it up and see if there's something we can do about this, getting the city to pave it.
I don't think we can do anything about it, but we can certainly find out who does it so we can,
Okay.
just as citizens and as,
Well, it would stabilize the, not the gullies, the ditches, and it would, prevent people ruining their cars, and there are residents down there, so. And I just think it would be cost-effective to pave it instead of always having to grade it, and it's, you know.
And it is a city road, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Not a county, but city road.
And it's also dangerous to get in and out of there, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
know what.
mean, I think it has to start with Public Works and
Yeah.
see if you're even on their radar. I can tell you from my own personal experience living on Prospect, at a sort of a driveway that was really not a driveway, it was really a city alley that went and connected to a road, and it was a nightmare trying to get that even graded, you know, so, but an actual city street that goes to a city park that has residents on the street
Yeah,
seems like a little bit more reasonable ask.
yeah.
And I would think if there's, what sounds like there's proven more usage of that road.
There
That would be a
is.
very positive argument to make, and that might be what it comes down to, is at one point in time, maybe X amount only went down that road. Now if we can, or we, meaning the city, the town, community can say, hey, there's now X amount of people going down, it's much more used, it's, you know, blah, blah, blah. That might be the argument to be made. I just don't know.
That's
I
good.
also
If there's
feel
any
like
precedent.
I feel like our
I feel like the public works
interaction.
would probably have some precedent to say, hey, if this is proven that this
Yeah.
was, or shown that it's a more popular,
I feel like the residents of that road probably are the people who should address it, but, and we would be a resident in some way. I mean, the park obviously would be a resident, but sometimes these residents don't want to fix the roads because they don't want more cars going
Yeah,
down.
I was gonna say,
It's
if you're curious,
treacherous.
Ruth, you might ask, you know, Ken and Deborah Trimble, aren't they back down there somewhere?
They live down there?
I know that Lori Crampman's back down there, isn't she?
Yeah, there's people that ask, Ken would probably be a good place to start if you just
Okay.
want, if you're
Yeah.
curious what to ask. He's not here, of course, he's still,
Yeah,
but,
Gotcha.
reach out to him.
It's hard to imagine they would fight that, but okay.
yeah.
Well, there might be issues too with paving versus chipping sealing because of drainage and water and rain, you know, I
Yeah.
don't know, that's a thing, the city thing, Public Works, but still, someone to talk to might be,
Okay. All right.
And what is the name of the person acting director of Public Works now? Just
oh,
like
that's
to
right,
have that.
Simon's gone.
Sean Mellon,
Sean Mellon, okay.
and I just spoke with him actually today, and he's actually going to be out for, not to divulge too much, but he'll be out for probably a week or two due to a health issue. So if you call and can't get a hold of him, that's why. So just on Bruce Point, there's definitely money for paving gravel roads in the city. I mean, there's grant money for that kind of stuff. So I think it'd just be a matter of applying. I know they would probably not pave, I think the city limits stops, like, you know, where the road turns right to all the residences, that becomes county road.
I think so too.
So that wouldn't include that, but at least you could get down to Black Bass Lake. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I agree, it would be nice. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, and
But-
it just seems like it would be cost-effective because of all the times they have to grade it, and it's always
Yeah.
a mess, always.
I picked up the new visitor's guide, which just came out, and it is lovely, by the way, if you haven't seen it. And the page on the parks, it does a nice little, I don't know who did the part with parks in there, there's someone, it's at the chamber, I guess. But it really sells Black Bass Lake. So I think more people will be going down there.
Oh, yeah, there definitely are, definitely.
It really has a nice little write-up on it. So I know that people do go down there more than they used to.
There's tourists down there now, and there didn't used to be any tourists.
Anything else with you, Ruth?
That's it.
Only thing I want to mention, just to make sure you saw the comment on Facebook about the benches when they posted the concrete bench repairs.
Oh, I
And forgot who it was now, said maybe we should have a thing where we let people, artists or something, come paint those concrete benches. I thought that was probably kind of a cool idea. I don't know if we have, how many do we have?
I think, I was talking with Juanita about it because we actually wanted to paint them, but I think the tops you wouldn't be able to because it's like that marbly concrete,
Yeah.
like bunch of gravel in it, so you just wouldn't be able to, nothing would stick. But the sides would be cool.
I love
Plus, I
that
think the
idea.
tops are kinda nice
I think it was
as is,
Damon
but-
Henke actually that posted
Okay.
that, and he said,
Yeah.
that'd be a good idea to have some artists come in and do it.
It's a great idea.
We would, they'd do it voluntarily, but,
Well, and they
That'd be kinda cool.
present
Yeah.
their painting first.
yeah, they have to, yeah, has to be,
Approved.
who knows what it could be. But I thought that would be, I thought that'd
Out
be,
there tomorrow.
yeah, who knows? That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That's a great idea.
We did, our first stop is always, the Clear Spring kids, because they love picking up projects like that where it's, it kind of fits into their model perfectly. It's outside, it's artistic, it's,
Or how about we do a competition between Clear Spring and Eureka High?
oh, there you go.
Each get one.
I like that.
Just like a competition of like, especially for the schools, submit artwork, that
Yeah.
is common all the time with, I mean, they just did it on one of the US stamps, like submit artwork and then that's then put onto the city stuff for the next year.
Yeah.
An awesome cross between public and
That would be cool.
committees.
Submit your idea and
Great
then,
idea.
All right, that's all I have.
yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Anything else from you, Sam? You good?
I'm okay.
Well, then I move to adjourn.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Mark, Aaron, any questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Chair votes aye. We are adjourned at, 6:40 PM.
Cool.
Wow, late start, early finish.